Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, and I have come to the realization that I am starting over again. Everybody shows you the wins, Nobody shows you the rebuild as it's happening, or nobody shows you the losses. You know what I mean? I'm going to show you everything in between: trading, weight loss, rebuilding, homeschooling as a single mom. Like, I'm going to show everything. And it's not about the numbers. It's not about like with trading, it's not about the P&L or anything like that. It's about like seeing if this single mom can rebuild her life over at 36 consistently. That's what we're working on: consistency, discipline, and rebuilding. So welcome to Kendall's Rebuild, where I'm going to be rebuilding my life out loud. Like, I'm completely starting over with everything. I mean, not everything, but everything. I always struggled with my weight since I was a kid. Like, for once in my life, I want to get it right. Like, I always lose weight. Like, I know how to lose weight. That's nothing to me. I know how to track my macros and eat clean. And, I mean, I'm plant-based. You know what I mean? But at times, I let bread and wine and eating out take control. And it's nothing to gain some weight. So, for once in my life, I want to get it right. I want to have, like, working out, eating clean, like, my lifestyle, not something I do for a little bit, and then once I drop 10 pounds, I'll be like all good, face go down and all that, and then I just like, oh, I'm cool. Like, and I'll stay in my workout rut for a minute, and then I'll slowly get back. I desire a life of fitness, working out, being active, eating clean, and occasional social outings. Damn, need my sweets to it. I want to change what I'm doing. We'll do sprouted grain this morning. Sprouted grain, cucumber, eggs, and then it's time to, I gotta take this out. Then it's time to hop on with my community. So let's get this day started.
In and out, it shouldn't be anxious.
Shouldn't be anxious.
So I feel like it's anxious because it's a hope and a prayer that it goes right.
So I'm currently in Apple calls. I think Apple is becoming my new favorite ticker. It is actually approaching, okay, but it's actually going through the resistance zone. Well, let's see. Hold up. It's tapping. But I plan on holding this to TP1. We are going to hold to TP1, and you see TP1 is up there. So that's what we're doing. I might go work out while this is playing out. So I don't know why I'm allowing myself to sit through this consolidation, like, but I am. I'm holding. I have pretty good indication that it's going to continue to the upside. I'm going to hold. There's no reason for me to exit. I'm still above all of my confluences, so I'm above my SMA 200. I'm above my 9 and 20 EMAs, so I'm going to, and this is actually a support zone, so normally when it hits this zone, it pushes up. So this is what I'm hoping for, a push up, and I'm hoping that it will break through this line. Take profit is, let's see where take profit is. Take profit is here, so I'm hoping to ride it up here, okay? This is where we're holding till. I think I'm gonna work out while this plays out. I am becoming such a more calm, balanced trader, because before I would have been panicking. Oh my God, let me get out. Oh my God, oh my God. But now I'm just like, all right, let's just let the trade play out. Just let the trade play out. Let the trade play out. What's going to happen? You know what I mean? What's the worst that's going to happen right now? Let it play out. So the trade ended up getting invalidated. I only lost, let me see how much percent I lost. Okay. Just got done my walk. Hit that hot girl walk. We disciplined. So in my community, we're starting a Calm Trader Challenge. We starting on August. And it's going to be pretty much having to deal with like your mindset, your discipline in all areas of your life. So moving your body, showing up to the charts daily. What else did I put on there? Meditating 10 minutes, taking 10 minutes to yourself, reading for 10 minutes, all those things that all tie in together. When I was walking, you know how you be talking to yourself and it's like, dang, I should have got that on camera. I was saying to myself how like trading is not about the money. Trading is about, let me get my mic. It's time to bring the mic back out. It's time to bring the mic back out. I think the mic has been missing us. Let's bring the mic out. So I'm going to stop this. Okay. Only thing I'm missing is a desk. You know what I mean? It's time to get a desk. But anyway, so as I was walking, I was talking to myself out loud because I'm always thinking of like video ideas and stuff to post on TikTok. My mind is just always going. And I was thinking like trading really disciplines you in all. Trading is not about the money. Trading is not about the money. It's about what comes to you as being a trader. So when you start trading, right, the money will come. The money will come. We're not worried about the money. We're worried about what comes with that money when you get it. That newfound freedom, that being able to go where you want to go when you want to go, traveling when you want to, paying bills, saving money, investing, learning how to invest, learning how to actually read the stock market. Like, who would have ever thought that I would have been reading the stock market? I would have never thought that. I would have never thought that. The discipline that comes to your life when you start trading. Once you get into your trading journey, you're going to want to go to sleep early, be in bed on time, get all your sleep so that you're waking up clear-headed, level-minded to trade, to watch the movement in the market. You're going to want to be disciplined in your workouts because working out brings clarity. It makes you feel good. You're going to want to level up in all aspects of your life. You're going to want to look good. You're going to want to feel good. You're going to be more disciplined in what you eat because it's just mind, body, and spirit. All of that stuff goes together. So trading is not about the money. Like, the money is going to come. Yes, we see people, really living off trading or becoming multimillionaires off trading. Yes, all that is nice. But think about what happens with that money. Like, money is not a thing we chase. Money is just a tool to create other things in our life, right? When you have money, there's a certain peace about you. Like, I know for me, when my money is straight, like, let's go back to the months when I was making $35,000 a month, right? I had no worry in the world. I could wake up tomorrow and do whatever it is I wanted to do. If I wanted to fly across the world, I could. If I wanted to go rent a crazy house in California, I could. If I want to go just tell my kids, come on, let's go. We going to the Bahamas today. I could do that. It's the peace and the time freedom that comes with having money. It's not about having money. It's about what comes with it when you have it. So we want to learn skills to create different experiences in our life. It's about experiences. It's about calming and healing our nervous systems, because I know for me, and I know for you too, what extra money and what being straight can do. I mean, when you have money, you're not worried about your bills. You're not worried about where the next check is coming from. You're not worried about putting gas in your tank or groceries or like all the little things. Your experiences start to change. What you want starts to change. Like, I know for me now, I can't go in an airport and sit in a regular airport area. I'm used to going in lounges. Like, I'm used to traveling, having that travel experience. So I always want to experience that. You know what I mean? Your mindset starts to change. What you want to experience out of life starts to change. So trading is not about the money. It's about what happens when you have it. So today was a pretty straight day. I got into a trade and I should have held my position. That's normally when I take losses, it's because I didn't hold my position long enough. Did my trade play out how I expected it to? Yes. Did it take longer than I expected it to? Yes. Should I have waited and been more patient? Yes. Like, trading will test you in that area. Like, you really go face to face with stuff that you're facing in reality. Patience, greed, all the things. So I should have held my position. I took a small loss though, only lost 11%, which is very good. You know what I mean? I could have let that run. I could have let it, like I always say, it's no shoulda, coulda, woulda in trading. I could have let it run and it could have continued down. Good thing it didn't. I mean, but I got out of it. So I can't be mad at myself and say, tag, I should have traded. Oh, I'm going to get back in. No, I really stopped that revenge trading mindset. I said to myself, I got out. It is what it is. I lost 11%. Was that anything? No, it was nothing. I could have easily lost 50% or 60% or 70%, letting those losers run. Know when to cut your losers short. So I got out of that trade. It ended up playing out how I wanted it to. And that's okay. It wasn't an A+ setup anyway. I kind of did miss the entry I should have got in on. No, I got in on the right entry. But it started, playing back and forth. What happened was I had 30%. That's what happened. I had 30%. I had made 30%. And me was telling myself, be patient, let it hit TP1, let it hit take profit 1. I stayed in the trade. But when it started kind of invalidating, I should have got out. I should have took my 30% because that's my rule. Take your 20, 30, 40. I seen it there and I seen it teeter-tottering. It wasn't no price action where it was just moving and I'm like, oh, okay, it's going to hit TP1 like it did yesterday. So I should have got out. That was my fault. I let a good trade turn bad. I should have took my 30%, got up one out of there, but I didn't. And it is what it is. I'm not mad at myself. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. It is what it is. But this is why it's important to start with a small account. Okay. I always tell people start with a small account because it's going to teach you that discipline. It's going to teach you that discipline because if you don't know how to handle a $250 account, you're not going to know how to handle a $5,000 account. You know what I'm saying? You're going to let those losers run. You're not going to know when to cut stuff short. The beginning of your trading journey is really for learning a skill. Learn it with a little bit of money and then we can compound and, then we can play with some money. But when you just learn it, start with a little bit. So you learning your entries, you learning your exits, you learning your strategy, you learning how to play with the platform. Learning how stuff works, where everything is. You don't need a lot of money to learn the skill. and it forces you to walk away. You know what I mean? You can't overtrade a small account. You really can't. Like, number one, they'll stop you from trading if you don't have enough in your account to even trade with. Number two, if you starting with $250, you really can only take one trade at a day. So it forces you to really wait for your setup because we can't take 100 trades. We only got $200 to play with. Let's take an A+ setup. Let's wait for our setup and get in there the right way and do our thing and get on out. Know when to cut it short. Money. Let's talk money. Let's talk money. I know a couple months ago I came on here super excited telling you guys how I was getting my insurance license. This goes back to, it's crazy how everything comes full circle. So I did all the things. I studied. I went and took my tests. I took my test a month after I got into the broker I was with. And because I said, I'm not going to take long to take my test. I want to start making money, yada, 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 yada. I go take my test and a week goes by.
not getting a license. People at my brokerage, they're getting their licenses. They're taking their tests after me. May comes. I took my test in April. May comes in, and no license still. People that took their test in May after me was getting their license. So now I'm feeling some type of way because it's like, where's my license? Where's my license? I called I'm in North Carolina, so I called the North Carolina Department of Insurance, and I'm like, hey, I took my test. Where's my license? And they tell me, so there's an application process. You have to answer questions. Do you have any felonies? Do you owe child support? And do you owe taxes? Do you owe taxes? Some lady at the brokerage tells me, you'll be fine. I owe taxes. I just had to give them a payment plan. It's cool. So I'm thinking, I'll be fine. Let me get a payment plan in place. And the lady tells me, well, no, you actually owe too much. The limit is $5,000. And y'all, I owe more than $5,000. Okay. I owe some taxes. And I'm being completely honest with this. This is how stuff comes full circle. So the lady tells me basically she's not issuing my license. So first, before she finds out how much I owe, she's like, get a payment plan in place. I talked to this lady at the state tax office, and she's like, yeah, let me just send me paperwork. I'll put you a plan in place. I'm thinking all skin folk and kinfolk. She takes a little bit. I'm writing her like, hey, I'm trying to get my license. Could you please how long is this going to take? She writes me back and says, yeah, I'm not going to be able to issue you a payment plan. You need to just pay. Whoa. Okay. All right. So I called the insurance people again, and I'm like, so what? She told me she can't give me a payment plan. Like, what's my options? She tells me, we'll leave your application open until October, or I can deny it now. Which one you want to do? She's like, you're going to have to pay it down at least. And I'm just like, dag. Look how this is coming back to bite me in the arse. So it's just it's even more telling to me that I didn't take that as a sign oh my gosh, I need to make money right now. I need to get this taxes paid. I didn't think of it in that instant. I thought of it as, this is yet another thing that somebody can take from me. This is yet another thing that I go through the motions. I do the right thing. I go to the meetings every week. 2 times a week I'm at the meetings. I'm studying crazy. I was studying so much that I was living, breathing, eating insurance. I had stopped trading for a month because I'm like, I need to focus on getting my license right now. When I was waking up in the morning, I'm calling clients. I'm doing all the things trying to further my insurance business. And when that happened, it's just you could do everything right, and it can be something right there that can just take it from you. Somebody can take that from you. And then even while I was there, people were selling insurance policies, and customers were charging them back. Customers were signing the paper saying, yeah, they want the insurance. And then a week later, never mind, I don't want it. But so not telling the person. So when the insurance agent is thinking they're about to get paid, they have a negative statement. And I'm just like, wait a minute, I don't know if I want this. You go through all the work of talking to someone, telling them all the things, telling them the products, all this stuff, and they can essentially tell you, yeah, you think you got a check coming, and they could take it back from you? They could charge it back? That's another instance of somebody taking something from me. You're taking something from me. I go through the motions of learning this, taking my test, getting certified and all that, getting a license. You can buy a product from me and then you could snatch it back just like that. You have people thinking they getting paid X, Y, and Z, and it's a chargeback. And don't get me wrong, insurance agents make really good money, There's different avenues and different tiers in there that you can make really good money, but essentially someone could also say, never mind. So after that happened, I was kind of down about it. I cried, y'all. I cried. I was sad. because especially coming from where I come from, like, you know, I was open to y'all about how I started dancing, how I did, you know, the Blue and White app, how I did things that out of survival mode. You know what I mean? I was trying to survive. I was trying to feed my daughter. That was my number one priority, was feeding my daughter. I'll do anything, any means necessary. So coming from that and trying to really get out of that stuff and change my life around and do something different and really utilize my mind and my skills to do something different, it hurt me, because I'm just like, dang, like, am I meant to stay there? Because that stuff always came easy to me. Am I meant to do that? Am I meant to stay there? Am I meant to not pivot? Like, am I not meant to change? Because why every time I try to do something different, it don't work? So I had to sit with that like for a while, and I was really sad about it. But then I perked up. My best friend had came over and she talked to me, and me and her, we're just like so flighty together. Like, we have our mind on one thing that's like, oh no, we could do something else. We could do something different. We could change and do something else. So she just was like, well, like, think of what else you want to do. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like, maybe that wasn't meant for you. So then I got to thinking, maybe that's not my thing. Maybe it's not my thing. I tried it, but maybe it's not for me. And that's okay. It's okay to try things and learn things and then realize it's not for you. Then to do it, then to not do it, think about it. Oh, I want to do that, but never try it, and then never know if it's your thing. So, you know, I had the experience, and I think, I don't know, I feel like, you know, God puts you in certain places for a reason. So I have not been to, I told you on the last video, I was thinking about going back to church. I have not been to church and haven't had any kind of faith or anything in a long time. And every time I would go to an insurance meeting, everyone was always so like deep in their faith, and deep on what God can do, and, you know, all the things. And I grew up in church, but the church, I didn't like how the church was how the church ran. And so I kind of steered away from the church. But every time I went to an insurance meeting, it was so motivational, that it was like, dag, like, I like motivational speaking. I like somebody speaking life, you know, into you once a week. Like, you know, having that push, that drive to do something. So I'm like, maybe. And then like 3 times after, like 3 different people invited me to church. Like, hey, you should come check out my church. And then my cousin in Jersey, she calls me. She's like, hey, I just started going back to church. And so I'm like, wait, why is church being pressed on me all of a sudden? Like, everywhere I turned, it's just like church. So I was like, you know what? I want to find. And then my son randomly comes up to me one day. He's like, Mommy, I'm on Jesus' side. Are you on Jesus' side? I'm like, how do you know about Jesus? Because we've never been religious people. I've never talked about that to him. And I'm just like, that would be good for him to, you know, have community, somewhere to go on Sunday where he's just learning something different. Because it's like, I'm not the type of parent to withhold information from my kids. I want them to make their own decisions. You know, even if he decides, you know what, I don't believe in that, that's fine. Like, I'm not that parent. So I'm like, that would be nice, you know, just to, and I like the music. I love the music. It's very uplifting and powerful. So I'm like, you know, that would be nice to just have a routine. And on Sundays, I'm going to church and I'm cooking Sunday dinner, and my kids is doing this, and we got this going, and we have homeschool these days. And it's just like, I don't know, I'm craving like some sense of routine is what I'm craving. Wake up, charts, get in my community, talk to my community members, charts, back test, exercise, homeschool, Sunday dinners, cooking meals, like, you know, just doing all the things. Like, I'm excited for the fall. I'm excited for that. So, yes, I'm getting off on a tangent. So that's where we're at with money right now. I've been consistently saving. I had started my investment account. I actually opened up an IRA. Which I'm super excited about. Open up an IRA. Like, who's that at 36? Open up an IRA. Who that? But, you know, I didn't know about an IRA. I didn't know about none of that stuff. So it's nice that I have opened up my high yield savings account. I'm starting my emergency fund from scratch. Well, I have my IRA where I'm, you know, holding long-term investments. I'm trading every day. Like, I'm learning so much more about money through my trading journey. it's just, I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm excited because even though I was so down about the taxes and owing money, and then not to mention student loans then came back around. Now they want money. So it's just like, I don't want to be that person running from that no more, because before I used to say, F them student loans. I ain't paying them a dime. Like, I ain't paying them a dime. Even when I bought my house, they was like, oh, your student loans are not a factor. So I was like, oh yeah, I really ain't paying them nothing. They ain't getting nothing out of me. But now the person I am now, it's like, no, I don't want to have debt sitting there. I want to attack this stuff, and I'm going to feel good when I pay it off. Like, paid off my student loans, paid off my taxes, paid off my credit card, paid whatever's sitting there. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be one of those people. I want to be debt free. I want to be happy and know that, like, when I was making that money, I wasn't thinking about that. I was, because I paid off some stuff on my credit that was just sitting there. But it wasn't like big stuff. I ain't think to say, oh, let me go throw a couple $1,000 to the student line. I ain't doing all that. No, we about to go buy a Benz. Let's go buy AMG. Let's go get this money. Let's go splurge. But it's like, that was me because I ain't had none. I was not used to having nothing. You know what I mean? Now I've like, I experienced all that. It's not about flexing to me no more. It's about quiet luxuries to me. Hotels, like, nice hotels, nice spa visits, elevating my workouts, joining a social club, Pilates, no, not Pilates, but yeah, that goes with the upgrading my workouts. Like social clubs like tennis or golf, things like that. Airport lounges, access to different things, shopping at different grocery stores, upgrading my food, like, stuff like that. It's about that now. It's not about, and I want to see money in my brokerages accounts. You know what I mean? I want to see my investments. That's what I want to see. I've always been the type of person that likes to see the money. So I didn't do like I did a lot of spending, but I also like to have like a set amount in my account. But it's like, now I've grown. I'm not that girl no more. It's important to learn these things. And it's like, I'm breaking the cycle because I'm teaching my daughter now. My daughter's 17. I should have been taught her, but I'm just learning. At least I'm teaching her now, and not when she's 36 like me and she just don't have a clue. So it's just that thing, So I'm gonna leave you with this. It's you against you. It's you against you. If you're rebuilding right now, whatever it is that you're doing, trying to achieve whatever goal you're trying to achieve, don't let your mindset get you down. The debt is not the enemy. The person taking stuff from you is not the enemy. Your job withholding things is not the enemy. The only enemy you have is your psychology. Change your mindset. Like with that whole insurance thing, I decided to think of it in a different way. We're not going to think of it as like, oh, taxes, I'm just a failure. I suck. I can't get my license. I owe taxes. I suck. No, we won't think it's just not meant for me. We release it and we move on. Don't let your psychology be your enemy. Master your mindset. If you're rebuilding right now, let me know in the comments. I want to know. Let's do this thing together. It's not too late. If you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 20s, whatever it is, it's not too late. And August 1st, in my community, we are starting a Calm Trader Challenge where we work on our nervous systems and becoming confident, calm traders. I'll see you in her trading floor.